lost that piece. Back in the back. It'll be alright, I cut me another one. I cut me another one.
Alright, cut you another one, huh?
Yeah.
Did it go back in the back?
Yeah.
Are you okay with cutting another one?
Yeah.
You think you're gonna get that to work?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to push it down in there.
Right, you're making it a little bit.
It won't hold staples. The staples are too small.
No.
Now this is my problem, is trying to get it to hold in here while I push on this. Alright, let's see what we can do.
See if you can go this way with it.
What do you mean?
Like, put it...
There's nothing to hold it up right here.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what I'm saying though, see, now let's push it down. Push it, hold it up, hold it right there. Push it down by in the back.
That might work. We can most definitely give it a try.
Well, I guess between the two of us, we might have figured something out.
Yeah, that works. What we want to do now is to count these. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What did they look like?
5.
Where was this? Obviously Alaska.
6.
Obviously you took a boat,
7.
jet boat, I'm guessing, at the river somewhere.
8.
What river was it? Was it Village
9,
First Nations where the airstrip
10.
was?
There's 10.
Your uncle, was he just staring at the counter, shitting
1,
himself, not wanting to look up, didn't want to hear about it, didn't want to deal with it?
2.
I'd imagine, right? It sounds, it's funny how many people
3,
actually react that way in life with a lot of things.
4,
Right?
5.
Some people just don't
6,
want to hear about it, they
7,
don't want to acknowledge it, they want
8,
to go away at all costs.
9,
You're not going to say shit
and
about
10.
it.
We got
afterwards
20
when you know.
of them.
That's very, very bizarre to me.
So, we need
Fred, if you're still listening to this channel, man, please understand how
40
difficult it is
of them.
for me to get to every
So we
single
need to
email.
make sure we
And I
count
realize I haven't.
and see what we've got.
I think this is since
So,
January.
I know I've got
20,
this one.
21, or 2020, whatever. January. So
1, 2,
if you can, I'm gonna
3,
when I get back in online and I get time, I hopefully remember to. I'm gonna
4,
Google up your name.
5,
do an email search in your name, see if I can find your other email.
7,
and have some details in there that
8,
we all like to hear. If not,
9,
possibly if you can, if you feel
and
compelled
10.
to, if you wish
So
to.
now this right here will
emails
take
back with a
care
lot more
of
intimate
one
details about this experience,
side.
right? What this thing looked like.
So we
How
need to
many
figure
did you
out how
see?
many we got and
Was
how
it
many we
daylight when you were
need.
looking out the window at you and in the cabin door?
Put
Sounds
them
like
with
it was.
those. We've got
And,
1,
what were you
2,
guys
3,
doing?
4, 5, 6,
That'd be
7.
very interesting. What a hell of a freaking experience this
7.
Unbelievable. Thanks for sending it in, Fred. Email me again, alright? I might
8.
not get to it right away, but it's going to be got to, especially with the help I got coming. Steve, I hope this note finds you well. I'll ask you to not divulge my name offered at the end of the note, and please do not share anything that is typed and read out loud, as I am a law enforcement officer of some rank, and I am assigned to a federal task force.
And
okay, now,
Ken.
in my notes, it didn't copy with different colored text.
So
I will believe
that
I
when I get these sewed, then that will just take care of half the side. And then
I just wanted
we'll
to
have to worry about getting the
champion for the countless people who have had secret for so long. This platform you offer is long overdue, but I truly believe that it is perfectly timed for what is happening in our world. I truly believe there is an overlap in all things paranormal, and we just need to reach the dark cells before we wake up. I fully agree. First, let me tell you something about myself. I have a long history of witnessing things that might be considered paranormal. I've had to be very selective with whom I could share such experiences given my position in law enforcement. And how sad is that? Isn't that suck ass? Isn't that absolutely just go reverse of what that position is supposed to be? The law enforcement is here for us, provided, created by us to help and protect us, not withhold secrets from us, right? That's sad how it's gone. But I will not get into all those right now. If our paths ever cross, I'm happy to enjoy a conversation and drink with you. I'm sure you have some fun stories you've not shared publicly as well. Now, I've had 2 encounters in my lifetime that I believe to have been with a Sasquatch. What can I say for certain due to the fact that I've never set my eyes on one? The first encounter was back in 94 or 95. I cannot remember exactly. My father has the journal from our trip. I was just about 26 years old. I lived in Colorado at the time. My parents had a fishing cabin in blank county, and whenever they came out to Colorado, I would go spend time with them at the cabin. My dad and I would try our hand at fly fishing and hiking. I love to fly fish, but just cannot seem to ever catch anything. Anyway, this year my brother had come over from the west side of the county and joined us. My dad, brother, and I decided to go on a 2-night hike and camp atop one of the peaks of the mosquito range. It was our first day of the hike, and I was pushing the rear. I let my dad and brother get a bit ahead of me, as I enjoyed the peaceful feeling of being alone in the mountains. Always have, always will. As I was trailing behind them, I began to smell this extremely pungent, musky odor. I stopped and turned to check all my surroundings to see if there was a bear or something close by. I could not see anything around me. To paint the picture a little, as I was ascending the mountain, I was approaching a bit of a clearing on my right and still had woodland to my left. The trees were decently tall, but the woods were not terribly thick. I could see well into the trees from any angle and could look back and still see the curve of the trail I just walked. The clearing on my right was like a valley between 2 smaller peaks and was open all up to the top of the range, but the trail I was on would continue back into the trees ahead of me. So, as I looked around, I could not see anything. I stopped for a moment and listened. I could not hear any movement, rustling, or anything. The smell was hanging heavy in the air at this point, and that peaceful and tranquil feeling I just spoke of turned into a lonely and helpless feeling instead. I also had the feeling that I was being watched. I started to make some noise and call out to my dad to wait for me. It was frightening. I felt like I could disappear at any second. I had no idea as to what else I was sharing the trail with, but I was not ready to see it. I took off my backpack and grabbed my mess kit. I hung it from the bottom of my pack so that it would clang as I walked. I then put it back on and trotted up to where my dad and brother were. I asked them if they smelled anything. Neither of them did. I knew it had to be one of them, a Sasquatch, but I was not ready to see it. My second encounter happened just a couple years ago when my son and I went out for a weekend father-son camping/hiking trip. Please don't read this part in transcript. Okay, I won't share the location, no problem. It rained heavily on our first day and ended up doing the fair weather thing and stayed in a motel. My wimpy idea. The next day we stopped by a campground and asked the lady inside where a good trail was to hike. She offered a trail on the off-the-beaten-path road. I told her that sounded good, so we got directions and went. As we drove, I was uncertain as to where she had said exactly. But my son and I saw an area to pull off next to a creek overpass. When we stopped, we noticed there was a trail ahead. I asked my son if he wanted to try it. He said he was ready to get out and do some hiking. We got our gear and began to trek. We walked up the trail that followed the creek for about an hour. I really enjoyed the trek. We came across a large tree that appeared to have fallen over the trail. Not thinking much of it, we climbed over it and continued on the trail. Around the bend, we both began to smell a pungent, musky odor. I became immediately aware that I knew that smell. My son, of course, knows all the time, asked me what the smell was. I told him I had smelled it before and that I did not know what it was. So I thought it would be a bear or a mountain lion, and we should be careful. He asked me if I had a gun, and that's when I realized it was stuck in the car. I packed away under my seat when we went for breakfast. I really don't need to have it on my hip 24 hours a day. I don't live in a John Wick world and can enjoy some downtime with my son with having to save the world every second. I get exhausted and tiresome. I digress. We stopped in our tracks and began to look around and we heard a very large rock seemed to land and tumble down into the creek bed behind us, the direction from where we came. I looked at my son and he looked at me. We both knew what it was, that it was not a bear or a mountain lion. I told my son that we should probably start to head back to the car. Neither of us wanted to go back, but I did not feel that I could adequately protect him with my simple Bowie knife. Should we encounter some wild animals? There was no animal. When we got back to the car, we got a bit of a thrill, thinking that we may have actually had an encounter with Sasquatch. Now I know there is no way to prove that we had such an encounter, but I was met with the same feeling from the years before along the same smell. It was a genuine encounter, and so does my son. Bears don't throw giant rocks down hills. So after listening to you read these emails and encounters and researching the overwhelming and overlapping evidence of the crazy things that have been happening in our world lately, I've come to believe that these beings slash creatures slash entities slash or whatever you want to call them are here for a purpose. And for those who encounter them, I believe there is a reason. I think they decide who they want to show themselves to, and in my speculative opinion, believe they might be protecting us from venturing in areas we're not supposed to go. I refer to Mr. Plice's missing 411 research. It was just like you said, quote, if these creatures wanted you dead, you would not see it coming, end quote. They're protecting us, protecting something else to keep us away. I won't get into that right now. I'll save that for the time. So in closing, I just want to say thanks again for creating this platform and giving people a non-judgmental ear. We're close to having some answers. I can feel it. Sincerely, Sergeant. P.S. I was delighted to share that metal detector guy's YouTube video when he had the recorded screaming and the rock throwing. I was happy that you were able to see it and share it. There's some amazing evidence, in my opinion. Totally random occurrence. Okay, man. Thank you so much for sharing that with the people through me. I do agree with you absolutely that about the predator thing, right? There isn't a successful predator or criminal in existence that pre-warns its prey or its victim. The successful ones, right? It's just not going to happen. And for these beings who outclass us so easily to blatantly make themselves present to us, something's up. Something is up, and they're definitely not.
Alrighty, I got all these right here ironed down. Now, we need to take and sew each side. We're going to sew this side. And then when we get done with this side, we're going to sew it down to this side. I think they're turning out pretty good. I think the blocks are pretty. So I think that when we get these done, I think we're going to be finished, and all we have to do is trim them down. We got to trim them down. Let's see, I'm going to do one more. This one right here is not straight. Let's see what we can do here. It's crooked. Can you see it in the back here? So we need to trim it down. Let's see if we can't get it straight. Then that way we can use it. There we go.
Buddy, that's that blade quit.
Buddy he's lost his mind. He is chewing on himself.
Can't believe that shit. Can't believe that shit.
Alright, let's see what we can do about ironing this one right here down. Oh yeah, that looks good. Alright. That side looks pretty good. And this one here is just a little bit off. So, let's get our stool over here so we can get up on it. There we go. Now let's see how far off I am from her blocks. If I can find her blocks. I think they're right. Nope, that's not them. There they are. Dadgummit, why do you keep on flying off of there? Alright. So. See, they're off. Let's see if I can line this one up with that one. Leave that one out of the way. So each one of them, I'm gonna have to cut at least 1/8 of an inch off because they're not the same, and we kind of want them all the same. All right, I'm gonna get them all done, and then we'll be back.
Same old way. Grab my coffee cup and try to face the day that I have.
All right. Come on now, buddy. Don't get behind me. I'm gonna step on you. All right.
Trying to get on the table?
No, he's standing behind me.
No. I was talking about you trying to get on the table.
I already done cleaned it off.
Okay. Well, said somebody cleaned it off.
Oh, who cares? Man, a lot of these has got this color. And so I got one right here. And I don't even know what this one is. It's got this, that's a popular color here. Alright, let's see. we want to take this one and we're going to fold it in half and put it right here.
No.
What?
Why did that do that?
Didn't give a camera, did it?
No, it didn't go nowhere near that. Because I stopped pouring this minute as soon as it started doing it. But I got to clean it up.
So if we can't find one that don't have that. That way. And then we have this way. And I tell you what I ought to do. Nah, leave it. But we got two together right here. Can't have that. Turn it around. It gotta work. Alright, here we got this color and this color again. Tell me I have a bunch of those. Turn this sideways. Look at that, two. Turn around. This is not going to be easy to fight with. They look the same. Alrighty. Now that this one will go that way.
Okay, I gotta get this.
It's crazy.
Up under it.
This right here is going to be a bigger quilt.
Okay, that's maybe cleaned up.
Yeah, go that way.
That's not wet. So let's wipe that off. I'm sorry.
Nah, you're okay.
I hope it don't make too sticky of a mess.
That's why we all have to go through it. Alright, now let's get down here at the very end.
Alright.
I got 3 across and 5 down. Alright, this one right here, I think is going to take the 2 together. And yeah, this one here, and then we have another one. Okay. And it should be this one, like this. Well, now we have this right here. So what we're going to do is start up here, and we're going to get these 2, sew them, and then these 2, and these 2. And, let's see. I don't know how many more I have left. So, let's see what we got here. How many more we can do. I'm just going to lay them right on top. And then that way, we will know what we have. Let's see if we have enough to do any more. Alright, see here. Oh, come on, why you animals keep getting around me like that? Oh. Alright, so let's go right here. We're right here. And then right here. And then we got 2 blocks. Yep, 2 blocks. That is different. So I could take one of these that's got those same colors and get rid of it. What are you doing? Put it here. And then if I find another one that I need to change, I can change it. So now we have 4 across and 5 down. So we will see you all later. Alrighty, I figured I would use these right here for the border around it. Now this one right here, I'm not going to be able to use it because it's not straight. So if I have to use half of it, I can. But other than that, I do believe I'm going to try to use these right here and I'm gonna have to cut the ends off of it as we go. So let's see what we can do about getting started. Alright, I got these right here done. And I'm gonna put this on, and then we'll be back, and I'll show you what it looks like.
Quilt, I would have made her get off the table.
Right off the word go.
Hit the ball, but within the new street rules. It's a piece and it stays on two. In an area that sounds familiar, may have read this. Hope not.
She's comfortable. Oh, she knows. Oh, she's not going to get off. Good morning, little precious. You lucky to go on my quilt here. Yeah. Alright, we have it done, and I think it looks good. Now this white paper is for the name whenever I put it up, because I don't know what the name of this quilt is, and there's no way I can just put anything on it, so I gotta have the name. Alright, so now let's see what size it is. Well,
So,
49.5. I gotta go down one. 49.5. And now I need to move all this stuff out of the way so I can get the other side. By 61.5. And I don't know what the date is. Hey Rick, what's the date? The 11th month or what?
what?
The date?
Today's the 5th.
So it's the 12th, the 5th, or the...
Yeah, and it's 11/5/2023. November the 5th, 2023.
Then okay, then I'm looking at this, and I have 11, so I must have wrote these down wrong, so I need to change them. Alright, so now we got that called up. Alright, we'll see you all later, and I hope you enjoyed. I did. I like getting quilts that is already cut out. I bought some one time. They were like $23, and I had to buy 2 to make like a, this is years and years ago. Walmart used to sell them. And I'd buy me 2 of them and make a twin size quilt all the time. But I liked it. I bought like a log cabin, and then oh gee, what else was there? I made all kinds of flowers and stuff like that. So, okay, let's see. I think I need to turn this around. Yep. There we go. So, now I have to wait until I get the name of it. So, we will see you all later. How to donate to Poor Man's Sewing. You come right here to the picture of the quilt and you hit it, and then you come down to About, and then you scroll up, Donate to Poor Man's Sewing, and thank you very much.